Hey, Wyn, the other day I was at a dealership in Ohio looking at a Nissan Rogue, and I noticed this vehicle was $4,000 over sticker price. They said that it had a market adjustment on it, and that just confused me. So, can you explain to me and our audience what a market adjustment is?
So obviously, the quick answer is that it's directly tethered to supply and demand. Okay, and there's no denying the fact that inventory levels are low, and that's not just in the automotive industry. That's in almost everything, right? And so we're seeing a price increase on all kinds of things. Certain dealers, many, and that's it's not for me to judge whether or not it's the right or wrong thing to do, really. But many dealers have decided to increase the price of a new vehicle, right? We're not doing it here, but a lot of them are maybe it's an internal thing. Maybe they're deciding it based on what they know of the inventory levels they are getting or not getting, if you will, which is almost more important, and adjusting the price based on that. Or they're seeing what they could get away with, maybe, or what their competitors are doing, or whatever reason is. More than likely, it's mostly an internal issue, and it's that the inventory level is low, volume is down. How do we make up for volume being down? Let's throw money on top of the MSRP.
When I've heard the term dealer markup, is that the same thing as market adjustment?
It's yeah, it's the exact same thing. That is, and where they're coming up with that number, they can make it out.
When do you care to explain how dealer markup or market adjustments negatively impact our customers?
Immensely. It negatively having a market adjustment increase like that, depending on the increase, will is going to impact it no matter what. A significant increase of market adjustment can immensely negatively impact the buyer, the customer, the client. Um, it's just if and when inventory levels get back to a more comfortable level or aggressive level. I don't even say the new, more back to normal. I don't know that that'll ever happen, right? I think we're adapting, and I think some of it is necessary. By the way, some of this adapting with inventory levels almost needed to happen, not at this expense of what we've had to go through. But I'm just trying to find the positive because there's got to be some in everything, right? But it will negatively impact the customer, especially those financing the car. Imagine, right? If supply and demand shifts, meaning supplies come up, then the price of these vehicles come down. And if that happens faster than the monthly payment can get out in front of the car, then the term upside down you know, is chump change compared to it. It'll be immense, right? It'd be huge upside down. Oh God, I mean, it's math, right? It's not good. It's not healthy, and it certainly isn't um, an appropriate path for our community to be going down, right? I mean, it might be a quick fix and or whatever or quick cash in somebody's pocket, but it's coming at a detriment, if not an immense detriment to somebody else or as a whole community. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we don't do it. It doesn't seem like the right thing to do. It doesn't seem like the right thing to do for long-term business, right? I don't. I wouldn't. The only way we do well is when everybody else is doing well enough to want to come in here and buy a car. Okay, so I, and I don't. I want repeat and referral. Right. I'm not trying to have a quick fix, quick deal that seemingly was big and had this whatever $4,000 extra on the top of it. Right. Um, it just isn't a long-term business plan. A long-term business plan is let's have a great relationship with our clients and our community, right? And people feel good about coming here and want to come here. And So vehicles, look, we're living through a crazy time right now where there's appreciating assets, okay, depending on them, but for the most part, all of them, damn near. So now the difficult side to this is when people come in and want to trade their vehicle, okay, or we've contacted them and we're doing a campaign constantly where we want to buy your vehicle, buying vehicles. Where that's difficult is people are wanting the moon for their cars, right? And it's, you know, if I could give anybody what they want for the car, as long as I was able to then resell that car at a fair price. And that definition of fair is relative, right? They might think whatever they should get for the car is fair, and then when I have to turn around and go sell it, that buyer then might think I'm being unfair on the price, but the price was directly correlated with the person that wanted to trade it in or to let me buy it from them, right? Now, I could do that. I could sit there and give them the moon, and then I would, in relative terms, need to go and ask the moon for the new one, right? It's like, okay, you want $4,000 more than I feel comfortable giving you for your trade? Well, are you willing to give me $4,000 more for my new one? And the answer is always no, right? Of course. And so that's where it gets a little difficult. We want to give people as much as we can. I can tell you this. We give people, truthfully, as much as we think the car is worth, okay? We are the type, we're not playing games, messing around with the numbers on one end just to show a lot in a trade value. If we tell you a number on a trade, it's a real number. So real that if you said, I don't want to buy your truck anymore, or I don't want to buy your Outlander anymore, or whatever it is, I would still say, well, I'm willing to write you a check for that trade because I like it enough. If you're not going to buy a car, okay, that still doesn't change the number I said I thought your car was worth. And I mean that so much that I'm going to go write you a check. So you can take this check over to wherever. If you wanted a different type of truck, different make or model, fine, no hard feelings. Take the check with you instead of the car. Now, the question would be, is that deal that you looked at there the same deal now that there's no trade involved and now you're taking my check over there? That would be a question to ask, right? But that's how we appraise cars, is what will we be willing to write a check for it, right? And we feel confident at this amount of money that when we send it over to service, we're going to service it very well, right? You can ask powers to be here. We service them too much, right? But it's a good thing, right? That's a long-term business model that works. Is service them well, right? And so anyway, getting back to the vehicle itself, that sometimes becomes a difficult scenario, right? I can't give you a crazy amount for your car because then I'd have to go and charge a crazy amount for the other one you're looking at, the new one. And so that's where it gets a little difficult. Well, buying a car should be fun. It should be an enjoyable experience. And we certainly want it to be an enjoyable experience here. We want people to feel comfortable to come here. It's America. Buying a car is supposed to be fun, right? Driving around in a car is supposed to be fun. So you should enjoy the moment when you do get to buy one, right? And so that's why they should come here. It's all about the experience. And if it's not a great one, let us know.